Welcome, agents, to Strain 49-TTRPG of the 0 Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021, and I'm your host for this evening, Ocho. With me tonight, we have 2 Ton Waffle.
I was waiting. I was like, is he going to do it?
I didn't call you by your previous name
or it is previously known
at all last time. I just want to point that out.
The Waffle, formerly known as Ember.
The Waffle for he who shall not be previously named.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure. How you doing? How you doing, Waffle?
I'm doing all right.
Waffle, 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 waffle. And we also have Jimmy the Rabbit.
Who? What?
Huh?
Yep.
Where?
What?
But most importantly, why?
She's right there.
It's down. Down
It's
there.
like the Brady Bunch.
Wait, can I give you rabbit ears from here? You have to raise your head. It's not good, but we'll roll. Wait, there we go.
You had it for a second.
There we go.
There we go.
Wait. Oh, we got it. I think we got it. I'm going to stop trying now.
As we start off in our own little world. So welcome to the stream.
Doing the important things.
Already we're way off the rails.
What?
All right, that's the show. Have a good one, everybody.
What are rails, anyways?
Yeah, what are rails? Yeah, especially our rails. What sort of rails would these be? But yeah,
twisted rails.
We're here to talk about news surrounding the Secret World IP, which we have at least one good piece of news to talk about this week. And actually one that I'm relatively super excited for. But we are currently on the last day of the
But we're not going
world?
to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it yet.
Talk about this instead.
No. Talking about what's actually going on in-game first. This is the end of the Envoys of Avalon event. Jimmy, I know you did your waves. Waffle, did you do your waves? No?
No. Waffling on his waves.
Oh, and if you look, wrong way. Look up there. It still has a present.
Son of a bitch.
Forever has the present.
It's forever etched.
Do you have the lifetime account?
Yeah.
So you're not even picking up your keys.
Right.
See,
Your daily lockbox key, you're not even getting that. I mean, I at least get that, even though I
Waffle says, what key?
Yeah, even though I don't actually open boxes. Because I always forget to.
Hello, Vollmer.
And I never actually think about actually opening the daily cash keys. But it's still good to have. Yeah, see, even Vollmer is throwing you slight shade there.
But you see, I am so rich in keys. I can just be like, let them just.
How many do you have, sir? How rich in keys are you?
I have no use for earthly keys.
Because
your keys are no good here.
I am rich on keys. I was holding them for the. Actually, I started holding on to the keys, waiting for the one box that I really, really wanted to open, and we're actually about to enter that season, the Halloween box, which is probably going to come with the Halloween event, which will be later on in October.
Right.
Whatever that box is called. What is that box called?
A Halloween box.
Now I'm running back to take a look.
Spooky box.
because I know I have about 1 billion of them. But you could always have more.
The haunted cache.
The haunted cache, yes. I'm
Valmer
sure
does
that will
make
be
a good
making
point.
making a return with the Black Widow pet, the Arachnid Cycle. 2 of the more fun things in there. And so usually I just have been not using my keys to wait for the boxes that I really want to open, but then I just sometimes forget to open those boxes, and I just end up with a metric ton of keys. So... I love me a good haunted cache, yes. So I'm currently at 178 cache keys.
Jesus Christ.
I could literally just sit here and open caches, but then I would need to go out and actually farm the gear to even put the
I mean,
to put all the stuff into that. I would have more. I would have more. What are they called?
you wouldn't though. You wouldn't, because you can buy purple gear for third age fragments.
Oh, I can. And the third age fragments are a side effect of
They
opening
come from the caches.
caches.
You probably literally could double your item power. You're like, what is your IP right now?
What is my IP? 634.
Yeah. Like, you're doing E5s right now.
Mhm.
You open all your caches. You'd be like, I'm doing E14s.
178 caches later. I just flood the market with all the best stuff from it. Well, it'd be them and also the Dark Agartha Arsenal dropping as well. But I've especially been waiting to open the haunted cache with the epic cache key that we got from one of the previous events this year. And I forget which one. Anniversary? Probably Anniversary.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Are you gonna trade me some, Farmer? You're gonna trade me a full stack of them? Sure. Then I might as well do it now. The Blagini have epic weapons and talismans for sale. Yeah. What do they cost?
Yes.
I forget.
It's like 300 fragments or something.
For a
A
green.
mere bag of shells.
Yeah,
For-
300,
for-
about
no,
300
for
for
a
a green.
For a purple.
Or for a purple, I mean.
Why would it be? Jesus Christ. That's hella overpaying for a green.
For a green would be the
You are
worst.
getting robbed by Blagini. Yeah, it's 300 for a purple.
Oh, that's maybe why I haven't taken advantage of that too much. They're purple 2 pips.
Yeah, but the point is use them as fodder,
Yeah.
right? Because you have your piece at max purple, you buy one of those purples, you make a mythic, then you buy 2 of those purples to make your next mythic, and then you have red, right? You don't have to farm gear unless you're missing what you actually want to make red. You know what I mean? Unless
Right,
you're missing
yeah.
your final piece.
Because that's how it works. The stuff you're shoving into it doesn't need to be good. It just needs to exist.
That's what she said. Yes! Got him! We're going to do a Mega Boss, guys.
That was a good one. All right. Hinge. Made it down here. Wait, where's Vommer?
There's Homer. All right, if no one shows up, we got this. Five-man group.
5-man, we could do it.
I mean, it might take an hour 4, but
Oh, I was I was thinking about
guys
you.
jump on. I got you.
I was playing.
carry
It wasn't Secret World, but I was playing Guild Wars 2 last night, and Guild Wars 2 has some ridiculous achievements, but the achievements are almost necessary to like make any sort of real headway in the game itself, because they attach like character development points to the achievements. So it's not just like small points. It's basically like character development settings that you only get when you do the achievements. And then some of the achievements are stupid hard. And one of them was, it basically was this weird trial, and the trial was basically like where it turned you into a rabbit, and then you had to basically beat up wolves, and the only attack you had was this like little charging headbutt to beat them. And so the only way to get through it was to basically just attack them, die, attack them, die, attack them, die, attack them, die. And I think it took me almost like an hour and a half of just straight like attacking, die, attacking, die.
I'm down.
And I was like,
I would
Jimmy
do
would both
this.
appreciate this because A, it turned me into a rabbit, and B, boy, that was just repetitive and
Like, this has Jimmy written all over it.
doing something repetitive for an achievement. It'd be like, that was something. Shenanigans. I use the third age fragments for cool recolors of cash cosmetics. That's true. That's true. Oh, let me open it. What's it gonna give me? Epic cash key.
But you still had an epic cash key?
Yes.
Must have missed that part.
That I got from one of the previous events this year.
Yeah.
Don't know which one. Pop it open, see what I get. It's probably still gonna give me something bad. No, I got the arachnoid cycle. Yeah.
Nice. Frats.
Spider bike, spider bike.
Does whatever a Spider-Man does.
Friendly neighborhood spider bike.
Man, I used to sing that like every morning. I used to stream in the
when
mornings,
you
and I would take the spider bike up the ladder in Kaiden when you could still do that. And I would sprint up, and the cool part about that is like it does like the spider webbing that it shoots out on the ground, right? Like its special sprint boost puts out spider webbing behind you. Well, when you used to be able to glitch sprint on the ladder, the bike goes straight up. So the webbing shot straight down in a funnel. So your camera underneath is just like this funnel of webbing, instead of like how it's flat on the ground. Which means it's an interesting way they animated it to come out,
yeah.
right? Because you wouldn't think that would happen.
This is simultaneously the greatest bike and also the most ridiculous bike that
I like that when you jump, it goes squeak, squeak, squeak. Maybe you hop around. You hear it?
Yep.
Oh, I found cake.
I'm just staying on the back tire.
All right, screw it. Let's go.
I was like, watch me get like one of the weapons that I didn't actually want. But no, I got the bike. I think the other one is a Black Widow pet that comes out of that. And I have gotten that before out of the box.
No, I think you said you
Yeah.
didn't want a weapon from it, right?
Yeah, what weapon do you want from it? Do you already have them all too, Vommer?
Did you want a weapon from that, or did you not want weapons from that?
I don't think I do.
Okay. I'll just double check.
I forget which cache has the weapon that I was looking for.
What weapon are you looking for?
And let me open up my spreadsheet.
To the sheet!
To the spreadsheet! I've got it written
Use
down on
those
that.
pivot tables.
Everyone should have a spreadsheet.
Ocho, where are you?
Oh, I'm still up top. I was opening my spreadsheet.
I'm saying...
Never interrupt a man in his spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah, come touch the ghosty.
It's my second kid. My spreadsheet.
That's not right. Why are people dying?
Need healing. Need healing.
Why do you need healing? Nothing should be hitting you. Also, take a health potion.
Health potion. Psst. Not how
It's that
real
thing
gamers
next to
do
your
it.
basic attack.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how people are taking damage from the things, from the pizza. Come on, guys! It's just pizza. Good
Depends on where you get it from. Sometimes it can give you damage.
Your frame rate on the stream is fucking
Yeah, I know.
atrocious.
I
What
really
the
don't know
hell?
why.
You fixed it that one time. What did you do?
I had to do a very convoluted setup where had to set a my screen as a projector on another monitor, screen shared that into StreamYard, and run a virtual camera so I can have my camera come in.
Wait, is that what you did last time, or the time?
Yeah, that
before
was
it
that
actually
was
worked?
last time where I got it fixed somewhat, but I could
No,
hear.
that was still pretty bad. The first time you fixed it, what did you do? Because the first time you fixed it, it was really good.
No,
Last time was still not super great.
yeah, I
There's
don't know
something
why.
you did the very first time where you got it working really well.
I don't know why. For some odd reason, I've tested it with StreamYard. I've done the Restream Studio. It's just my graphics card. I don't know.
I don't think it's your graphics card. What are you using to stream?
Right now, it's a StreamYard. But everything I have it going through. Like my system is a 2060, and I got a Ryzen 7 2700. So it should be more than enough.
Yeah, something's not set right. I couldn't tell you what it is though.
I have a suggestion. I forget the specific term, but there is a way in Windows to set which core of your CPU a program is specifically running on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've
remember
done that
doing that for
I've done that
Moons
for a
of
certain
Madness.
thing. Sometimes it's good for like if you're running something really intensive and you want, say, OBS to instead run off of, instead of your first core, it runs off of like your 8th core. Or in its parlance, instead of core 0 to go off of core 7.
Yeah, CPU priority.
Because it's not just priority, but
It's not just priority. You can actually assign a specific core.
Yeah.
a specific core for it to work off of. if you know, like, and that happens when some programs only work off of one core. They're not multi-threaded.
Like Secret World.
Right.
Secret World only works off one core.
That sometimes they sort of overlap each other, and if you separate out the cores, you know, like two fighting siblings or something. It's not necessarily priority.
Remember that whole Moons of Madness thing?
Yes.
Where that went crazy, and the only way I made that playable was doing, like, messing with the cores.
Yeah, because I really haven't changed anything since been using StreamYard for what, year and a half now. And previous streams have been fine. It's just
Could
recently
even been like a Windows update thing or something, messed with it.
probably.
Could always be. All right. Now the fight's over. Let me just double check what it is.
Yeah,
Right. It's under Task Manager. It's going to be under Services. Oh, you're going to want to go to your processes first. Find the Secret World. Go to Details. Details will point to the one that it's specifically on, or at least the program that's specifically running. And then it's set affinity. That's what it is. Not priority, affinity.
There you go.
And then in the processor affinity will just come up a little box that says which processors are allowed to run secretworldlegends.exe.
All right, so we're Secret World Legends, right click, and what?
But you wouldn't want to do it for Secret World Legends. You probably would want to do it for the other software.
Yeah, like StreamYard or something.
Well, StreamYard's browser-based.
Okay. So which browser?
Edge.
Well, there's the first problem. But you could do the same thing for Edge. You could just set Edge. You could set Edge's affinity as well.
Yeah. So you can set any program's affinity. But right, I think Moons of Madness was one that you kind of had to do that. Yeah. And it should just be like you set it over there, because you can't really set an affinity unless a program is already running. So you have to wait for the program to run first, and then you set its affinity. So you should just be able to do it on the fly. And then, of course, the system would crash and everything would go to hell. But yeah, that's a...
Oh, it's fine. I don't remember it crashing.
No, I actually remember it just being sort of like, okay, all right, it's running on that one now.
Yeah, because right now it's all on all CPUs, so uncheck all. Pick a number.
Usually anything above 1 would probably work. Or anything above 0.
Because Secret World is probably only going to use the initial one.
Right.
He doesn't really know anything. It's very dumb when it comes to cores.
Signet of the Neophyte.
Ew.
Thanks. And if you separate, like two children fighting, if you separate them out, sometimes that works. I've had to pull a lot of shenanigans the older my PC gets.
Yeah. Edge, where'd you go?
And I still want to run fun things without the without the CPU just completely overheating.
I found that thing I was talking about prior to the show, Maggie.
Oh. Oh, right, because we were talking about Bingo Cola.
I told you there's a buzzing one.
There's a there is Sweetling soda.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Which is what the buzzing stuff says, like in its mission reports.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about the different soda brands in the Secret World, and there's of course Bingo. But I made the mistake of saying that, right, Bingo was made by Orochi, and it's like, no. Bingo is something separate.
Zagan is Orochi.
Zagan is Orochi. And, right, there's a billboard in Tokyo that has an advertisement for Sweetling soda.
Just
with a big smiley face on it.
Yeah,
Zagan's Orochi brand.
Buzzing soda. So he said that basically Secret World just boils down to cola wars. Cola wars for the fate of humanity.
But it was the idea that, oh, well, if you Bingo is certainly not good for you to drink. But I imagine that all of them would not be good for you to drink, really. Maybe the Buzzing Cola. Sweetling soda. Maybe that can, that might be the less harmful of all of them.
Yeah, it's still not good.
Yeah, there was something you did the first time this happened. You did something. We should go back and watch that stream.
Oh, that's because what I was doing, let's
do it now. Just right now.
Instead of window capture, I did display capture.
Is that what it was?
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. Have you tried that?
Let me get out of here real quick.
Right, it flows so sweet. Taste and see. It is the world's foremost honey soda.
I like to think Sweetling soda is Mountain Dew. It's got a nice lemon lime taste.
What do they say is like one of the most popular flavors in the world behind cola? Like apple soda?
That's gross. Fine. Get out.
That's what my wife said. She's like, no.
Get out.
She's like, no.
Apple soda.
Of course, now in
yeah, I try it. Yeah, I try it too. So that's not one of the popular flavors here in the US, but around the world, it's a lot more popular.
I think you made it worse. You made it worse.
I know.
Somehow made it worse.
Is it your actual in-game performance, or is it
no?
just the
Before I changed it to display, it was fine. Now my actual game is what you see is what you get.
Oh, now your game is
okay. Now it's starting to smooth out, but when I'm coming in and out of Agartha here,
that's where the lighting changes. That's why.
Yeah.
The lighting changes right there.
That's so weird.
I'm just going to Kingsmith real quick.
Have you tried Chrome?
Oh, this is Chromium.
Yeah, I don't buy that shit. Edge is still worse, in my opinion.
The thing that I found good about Edge, for some reason, I try to run like Netflix or something through Chrome, and it, like, I don't know, it jitters. It does like what this does.
Mm-hmm.
So I have Edge to, and if I try to run like Netflix or whatnot through Edge, it works just fine. I think it's just too much stuff going on in the background with Chrome sometimes. But I mean, if this is what's going on with Edge, might work better with Chrome. I don't know.
You can always fire up Opera.
It's true.
What was it? The opera.
There are other ones
or something.
I actually use that, by the way. Opera.
Internet Explorer. Okay.
That's what Edge is.
Let me spit up.
That's what Edge is.
I know, but let me get IE6. Let's get that going.
Netscape Navigator.
Netscape.
Bust that open.
I was 100% against Netscape from the jump. Like, I would have like flame wars about Netscape, and you want to know why?
Why?
The hand icon.
Oh.
When you mouse over links, Netscape's hand icon was like being fucking stabbed in the eyes. I would go like I'd be like typing like paragraphs about how goddamn horrible the hand icon
You're like, this
was.
hand icon
I
is
could
such
give
a...
a shit about like performance or browser support.
Right, because all that
web-based
was actually relatively still...
standards.
Like, even I remember at the time, that was still kind of negligible, really. It was like, this
Yeah,
one is
so
so
I was
much
like,
smoother, and it's like...
Netscape's goddamn little hand icon was goddamn awful, and that whole browser should have been lit on fire for that alone. No patience. No patience for that shit. What is Opera GX is what I have.
Yeah, whatever I did is not working.
No. It just made it work. Then maybe move Secret
flame
World
looks
to the
pretty
other
good,
to another processor. Maybe put the maybe reverse it. Maybe put the browser on everything and move Secret World.
Well, that's a fair question. Are you in borderless windowed, or are you in full screen?
Borderless.
Okay, that should be right. And that should be correct.
You have chosen wisely. Let's see. Yeah, borderless.
That's what malls became once Barnes & Noble took over.
As you can see, it's just I moved the mouse a little bit. Oh, I just got that one too.
That was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. That was a deep cut.
that was a deep cut, yeah. Remember, so you see folks, malls were these places that people went to on Friday and Saturday nights to hang out with other people.
I would just go hide in there when my family went to the mall. I'd go like find the comic book rack and read comic books.
No, Borders, yeah, it was always Borders and then Barnes & Noble.
Okay, so my game on my end is back smooth. I put it on 3 CPUs. It's down. I put like what 13, 14, and 15.
Okay. So it's just whatever the browser.
Yeah, so it's the browser.
But your capture is still pretty shit.
That's through the Windows.
Books a million. And so I used to work for Barnes & Noble, and it was basically the time when they had already trounced Borders, but were in the process of being trounced by Amazon. But I remember sometimes we get customers, they come in and be like, do you have this book? And we'd be like, no, we don't have it. And they'd be like, well, I'm just gonna go to Borders then. And I'd be like, that's fine. That's a great alternative.
Are you threatening me with a good time?
I'm like, I hope they have it then. That's a fine choice. You should do that.
She'd be like, tell Bob I said hi.
Yeah. Some be like, why are you promoting people? Why would you promote people to go to Borders? And I'm like, because they might actually have the product in stock. I don't know what to tell you.
Because I don't want to deal with your face.
I'm like, if I were looking for something, that's what I would do. I would try many different locations until I found what I wanted to find.
What kind of brand loyalty is that?
None. But it's customer retention loyalty.
Yeah, if you help someone out, and
Yeah.
they tend to remember.
I'd be like,
that.
this guy suggested I go to another bookstore, and then I actually found it there. Be like, yeah, because I wasn't trying to screw you over. I was trying to help you. Shockingly.
And that was your first mistake.
Yes, sir. At least you have bookstores. I have to drive a whole hour just to get to the nearest one? Really? Oh, that stinks. I think our closest, I want to say our closest Barnes & Noble is still open.
Hey, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be.
Here we don't have any bookstores. We have a Barnes & Noble that I
But it's
do
maybe
have to
like 10
drive
minutes
at
away.
least 40 minutes away.
Wasn't that the plot of a movie? Santa sending people to the best store. I want this game system. Yeah, go to GameStop. It's right there. Sounds like that would work.
And I think the only bookstore that we have around here is Barnes & Noble, and that's only around, like, I got maybe 2 or 3 in the whole area. But I have to drive.
Yeah, there aren't going to be many of them. There's not going to be like one every 10 miles like there used to be.
Yeah, there used to be.
Back when people read books.
Read physical books.
Such a shame.
Who would do such a thing?
I got 6 stores within 50 miles around me.
Like total?
Total. I put in my zip code, and I have 6 Barnes & Nobles around me within 50 miles.
Oh, okay. 6 Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah.
I thought you meant 6 stores, like period. I didn't know if you were like really in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, we got a Mickey D's down here.
I mean, I should hope so.
Not here. We're going to get a Starbucks.
There's one Barnes & Noble about an hour away, unless you count the college bookstore that's also an hour away. I don't know if I would count those or not because, yeah, it's not like those are real Barnes & Nobles. They sell mostly college textbooks and more college swag.
Swag.
That's also an hour away and is part Barnes & Noble to make 1.5 Barnes & Nobles.
All right, I'm going to put Secret World back on all because this is ridiculous.
Secret World doesn't actually use more than one CPU.
Yeah,
I know, but
no, it only
since-
uses one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but ever since I've been messing around with it,
just not working.
no, it's like
Oh,
it's constantly freezing up on me. Just looking around, it's just
Did you try messing with your Edge CPUs?
yeah. That's what I've been. I close out as many tabs as I can, except for StreamYard and Twitch.
Wait, why do you have Twitch open?
So I can do modding as well.
We need someone
I-
to, just in
I-
case
I-
we get a hate
Yeah.
raid.
I can't do that through StreamYard.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm trying to climb up this piece of Agartha. It's not playing that.
Are you over by the portals?
No, I'm trying by the Mall Agartha entrance.
Oh, okay. Dog, we made it unclimbable. Be like, how dare? These glyph distillates? No, they're signet distillates. Everything's a signet distillate.
Oh, that was messed up. Yeah, it's so far up there. They just dropped me as soon as I jumped.
So our other piece of news, and I was holding off on this one, because this one's kind of exciting. I think. It was posted on the Secret World Discord. Caliban of Star Anvil Studios posted on the official Secret World Discord, quote, "So big news and a not-so-secret project. If people haven't noticed, in many posts over the last year, I mentioned how I thought the Secret World would make a great tabletop role-playing game. We have acquired the rights from Funcom to create a tabletop role-playing game based on the Secret World MMORPG." Actually, he typed MMOPRG, but we're gonna forgive him for that. We have just started to spin up on this project. It took quite some work to get off the ground. We have a great team assembled, including working with Sigil and hiring a writer who worked on The Secret World. Joshua Alan Doetsch will help make sure we capture the story and spirit of the game with his writing, and Sigil brings top-level art and layout to the project. We're looking at 2022 for the Kickstarter, but won't have too much to share until we get closer to the end of this year. We here at Star Anvil Studios are super excited and just couldn't contain it any longer. We hope you will join us when we go live with it. To which Scrivenomancer, I always have problems with his last name. We love you, Scriv. We really, really do. I always have problems saying your last name. It's either Deech or Doetsch, something like that. Doetsch. I think it's Deech. I want to say Deech. I could be horribly wrong. But he chimed in and said, "Hello all, the cat is out of the bag. Happy to help bring the Secret World to my beloved dimension, the gaming table." This is super exciting. I'm not a huge tabletop RPG player, but I think that's partially because I haven't really found a good group to do it with.
That's what she said.
Yes.
I was waiting for that.
I will add it to my collection of obscure role-playing game books.
Okay. I'll say, but no. When this goes live, you could be damn sure that we're gonna promote it, and I feel like this is like a must buy sort of thing. I will absolutely support
for sure.
this. Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding. I think I have like D&D like 3rd edition or some crap like that, but I have Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai, the tabletop game book.
Okay.
Which is a Forrest Whitaker movie. It is not a samurai.
I want to say I've already got. I think upstairs. I think I've got a 2nd edition D&D book, and I have a metric ton of dice.
Like
just
because
one day I was like, I'm just gonna buy dice. They're really cheap on Amazon.
If you look up Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai, the movie, you'll be like, how the hell is this a tabletop game?
How is this a thing?
You like, it exists, and I own it. I don't know. It'd be like, oh man, what is that? What is that movie that's like famously? I'm blanking on the name of it. It's like a cult classic. The one that has a suitcase. Well, not Pulp Fiction, but there's an earlier movie that had like a suitcase with like a golden glow or some shit in it. Does anyone?
I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, that's not familiar.
Called.
But I'm halfway tempted to say that like if the Kickstarter gets fully backed and fully funded, or maybe we could even run some special thing ahead of time. I don't know. As far as a promotion thing, I'd be sort of down for that. I think that
Repo Man.
Like I'd even try my hand at DMing a sort of thing like that.
Repo Man from 1984 with Emilio Estevez.
I'd find
Repo
people
Man
online, and we could do that. A Repo Man?
Yeah. with Emilio Estevez. It's a cult classic from 1984.
I've heard of it.
So I don't know. What I'm saying is, imagine if that had like a tabletop role-playing game book. You'd be like, what the shit is this? Like, you find it at some random bookstore and you're like, who made this, when, and why? That's what the Ghost Dog one is.
Well, why especially? But I mean, that was part of the
how did this get published?
Funcom acquiring full control of Conan and many, many others through Cabinet Group. Is a great majority of them are all tabletop games.
Yeah, true.
Even Mutant Year Zero, Mutant Chronicles, like they were all tabletop. If you need a person I'd love to try, I'd join a game for sure. I say when more information comes out, I feel like I'm going to try reaching out to them and seeing, and basically being like, hey, we're already going to promote it. We'll promote it more. We're already here to the 5 people that we know.
We could. I mean, we could, So assuming the Kickstarter goes well and eventually comes out, we could potentially play it on stream.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I'd be cool with DMing something like that.
It'd be pretty neat.
So I got dice.
Wouldn't you just use like virtual dice for that though?
You would, yeah. We'd find some.
Probably. I know people play like. I've seen some streams.
Like Roll20 or some sort of system.
I'm not quite sure how that all works, but I know it does.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's tools for it. I gotta say it is something that I miss from back in the day. Is like a group of people like hanging out and eating snacks and drinking, just making up shit.
The giant tub of cheese balls.
There was this one game that came from a convention. It was specifically a convention game that someone brought back. It was like a goblin something or other. You're playing like goblins, but like it was the weirdest, most bizarre shit ever. It was intended to be played at conventions, and like there's rules in it for like how well you do can be determined by other people cheering, even at other tables not involved in your game. Like it literally has rules based, like it's intended to be played in a convention hall with other people doing other crap. And like when your character dies, you can stand up and give a eulogy, and if it's good enough, then your character can get like resurrected.
Okay.
Like I don't know, it had like all kind of obscure. It's not goblins. What the hell is it?
Social,
it's
but not indirect social rules.
Yeah, I can't think of the name now. It's a variation of goblin, but I don't think it's goblin. Cobalt.
Okay.
It's Cobalt. Cobalt ate my baby. That's the name of it. I found it.
But yeah, I've never been into so much. We just lost Waffle entirely.
No,
we lost him entirely.
There, probably.
Well, I mean, we couldn't have really lost him. We are still here. Wait.
no, I'm here.
Okay. No, I'm here. Cut off. Two-Tone
Yeah, if you
Waffle
ever want to
is
see like a,
being murdered right now.
if you ever want to see just a bizarre, funny, like kind of tabletop game, Cobalt's Ate My Baby. It's pretty
Okay.
great. Like, there's just no way that game can't be fun. Like, I feel like there's some I've played with some people. Like, you can ruin a role playing like a tabletop game.
Oh, you absolutely can. Yeah.
Like, people can just be like jackasses. You can't ruin Cobalt's Ate My Baby. It's not really possible.
I see where you guys went to. Now I got to figure out how to get up there.
You got to do like that jiggle thing, like when we were climbing
yeah.
up on the other side, like the quick left right while you're holding forward. But like over where Thallium is. I love that like no one can see this because
right.
Waffle's just AFK in Kingsmith.
He's in Kingsmith, yeah.
You don't want to be that far right. You want to be on the over here.
Not moving. There we go. For some reason I can't go left. It's not twerking me back left.
Try the little like where the spider pet is, like the little.
Oh, that
cheek.
okay.
Try that. The little crevice there. Nope. There. Yeah, that crevice. Try that. Wait, are your weapons out?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Put them away. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. It's like you're moving.
I stopped.
Can you jump up at all?
Yes. There we go.
Ha!
Put the guns away.
Yeah, it's like why are you trying to shoot us? What's up with that?
Sir, what are you doing up here?
Keep a lookout, obviously. I'm in the lookout pose. Waffle?
Hey.
He's back. There he is.
You wanna come to Agartha?
Yeah. Sorry, I was moving everything to Chrome, so I'm kind of like having a.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Try to see if that's possibly a solution.
And so far, no.
Not really.
I think it's like smoother jittery, if that makes sense.
Smoother jank.
Well, before it was very like chunk.
Yeah.
And now it just seems more like. Does that make sense?
Let me see if I can go windowed. Capture the window.
That might be better, actually.
It's better.
Still pretty.
Still some jank going on, but it's.
Yeah. You know, you could just like click meet, like right click and hit meetup. On.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like see how going through it.
Well, I'm just saying that way when you're idling, at least you'd be staring like at the same thing we're staring at, as opposed to like we're all messing around at the Agartha thing, climbing around. Meanwhile, you're just staring at a bonfire, or not even a bonfire, a drum fire.
I tried going to a world that doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, and that's why I was trying to see if this Agartha was causing the problem or.
Nope, go back out, and then look up.
Oh.
Farmer says, I'm using emote sit. It makes you look sad because your head looks downward. But in this case, you're also just looking down towards the people.
Yes,
down
it
towards
is,
all the people
Sam.
below.
A Marauders banner. What is that from?
From New World.
Oh yeah,
It's one of
I haven't
the
played that.
factions, yeah.
I've seen some streams of it, and it other side. You gotta go other side. I've seen some streams of it, and it just hasn't piqued my interest. But I
It's
am
fun.
I am in like Act 3 of Diablo 2 Resurrected already on a hardcore character.
Okay.
I nearly lost that character today. Nearly died.
Or Diablo 2 Resurrected, right?
Yeah. What did I say?
I think you said 3.
Did I?
I don't know.
Oh.
I
I
could be
meant
wrong.
Diablo 2. I meant Diablo 2 Resurrected. Waffle.
Yep.
Take off the sprint, take off the board, and just wiggle left and right.
Like how you got up the other side of Agartha. Maybe a little further left.
You're playing on the Fusang server on New World? That's actually pretty funny.
Nice. I mean, if I was going to pick a server to play on.
Yeah, right? No, I don't groan at that at all.
No, that's pretty...
And then at a certain point, you can try jumping once you've got up a little bit. No, you're going too far to the left. You're sliding now.
It's going across... What happened? Thallium was here. Oh, he teleported.
I just found whatever server is a TTRPG server, so our New World hasn't looked too interesting past the fact you have played Dr. Offense. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've seen people rave about it, but when I've looked and watched it, it has not seemed interesting to me. That said, I don't find Diablo 2 particularly interesting either. It's more just nostalgia.
No,
Well,
yeah, Diablo 2 is all nostalgia. I was watching someone playing it, and they hit one of the cutscenes, and when I saw the cutscene,
There we go.
it triggered something in my head, and I just started reciting it as it went along.
Damn it.
No. No.
Like the cutscene was apparently so embedded in my brain that when did that come out? 2001?
2000.
2000?
Yeah. Because I was playing it when 9/11 happened.
Okay.
That's how I saw.
Right, so that'd be that'd be
'Cause I was
2000.
up all night playing Diablo 2, and then I was gonna get ready to go to bed at 5 in the morning or some crap. 4 or 5 in the morning, and then it was on the news, and I just ended up staying up for an ungodly amount of time because I was glued to the news. I'm pretty sure I ended up watching the second plane hit or something.
Okay.
I think that happened live, right? Because that was pretty delayed from
that
the
was
first
live,
plane.
yeah.
Yeah, then the only reason I saw it happen was Diablo 2. Because I wouldn't have been awake otherwise, because I was on the West Coast. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have been awake.
Yeah, because on the West Coast it would have been what?
I said at that time I was just outside of New York, so that was something.
Yeah, I was up stupid, not late, but into the hours of the morning, grinding D2, and that's why that has nostalgia for me.
I'm enjoying New World, but that's probably because part of the cabal I was in TSW got back together there. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think a lot of times because a lot of the streamers are just trying to grind things through and try to get us to the in-game area. So
No. To be fair, I saw someone just playing the first part where you're on the beach or whatever, and it's just I don't. None of this looks like something that would interest me.
Well, in my mind specifically, I feel like it. I don't know if it feels like it has an identity issue. It's not quite a theme park, even though they've now added theme park elements to it. It's not quite a sandbox, where it's it's not quite PvP. It's not quite So I don't know how to, like, it's not exactly a builder, but it is a game with a lot of crafting.
And it's got a lot of fishing. That's probably one of the nice things about it.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with fishing.
No.
But in my mind, it's like, so what game out there would it be comparable to? And the only thing that really sort of sticks in my mind is Albion Online.
Yeah, because New World has gone through several different permutations.
Yeah,
No.
because initially they were like, we're going to make it a full PvP, and people were like, we ain't playing that. And then they were like, never mind, we're going to add a whole bunch of other stuff besides PvP. Albion had very stylized art style. It was isometric. Yeah, Albion was... There you go, Waffle. Albion is a very isometric...
Stay up here.
Top-down game, but its basic function was essentially craft gear to level up in using said gear to go out and farm mats to make more gear to level up in that gear, and it was just one of those progression cycles. And that's sort of how New World feels.
Yeah, because you do have a crafting, then you also have to, because you have your different weapons that you can level up as you play along.
But but New World has a active combat, sort of similar to Elder Scrolls, or sort of similar to.
Yeah, because there's.
I'm saying probably more Elder Scrolls than Guild Wars 2.
Dodge and blocking mechanics as well that you want to use. You just don't sit there and just start whacking away at somebody.
So it does have mechanics of a survival game.
Ish. Yeah.
So, sort of similar to Conan Exiles, if you will. But I don't think Conan Exiles has many, like, active skill usage per se.
No.
But it is an active combat system. So I don't know. Yeah, in my mind, I can't pin it down. And if it's closer to like the PvP or crafting style, it wouldn't be a game for me personally, because that's not what I'm necessarily into.
Yeah, I heard I've heard, I don't know how true it is, that there's a fair bit of like griefing can happen.
Oh, for sure.
No, because you have to flag yourself for PvP. And the way you do that, you have to go to one of the settlements, flag yourself, and then you can travel on the world.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but griefing doesn't necessarily mean just killing someone else.
It just basically means annoying the heck out of people.
Yeah, like,
and it's also with a mining aspect as well, because if it depends on who clicks on that object, say like an iron vein, first gets it.
Oh yeah.
right. So people can just like dick with you essentially.
But that's also nothing new either. I mean,
yeah, that's in every game.
I would say, EverQuest, World of Warcraft, EverQuest 2. They had that sort of PvP, but not PvP. It's sort of like a non-violent PvP as to who gets to a resource node first, because only one person can collect it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry.
And
about
they don't just respawn really quickly. It's
Well, trees just pretty much respawn real quick. I think it's maybe a minute or two for a tree, but there's so many of those stupid things all over the place.
Yeah. See, and that's what makes you think of it more like Albion, because Albion is like that, where it's like, go collect wood, and there's like a metric ton of wood out there, you know? Like, go collect ore. There's a metric ton of ore out there. When you're finding the higher quality stuff, that gets a little more rare to find. So, yeah, Ivar says it looks surprisingly generic. I mean, some of the screenshots I've seen look pretty. It does look pretty.
Yeah,
it
is
a
very pretty.
game.
The sound design is actually really good too, where it sounds like, because it has, if you're mining rock or something or trees, it has that echoing, like because you're in the middle of nowhere, bouncing off the mountains and stuff. And the sound bounces off the mountains, so it does have a good sound design.
So it has good sound design.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of surprised at the issues that they've had with launch. And I don't know if that's just because
that's on part of Amazon, because the reason why the servers are everyone that's you're able to get into a server, everything is running smoothly, is because they're not like how in Secret World there's instances on one particular server architect or the hardware itself. So you have one server that fills up to maybe 2,000 people, or I don't know what the cap is, and then that particular server is full, and you're waiting for a queue for people to log off or get AFK kicked. So they don't have instancing. So that's the problem that people are coming across right now, is with the huge queue times, and that's why there's so many world servers out there right now. And they're just spinning up. Oh, we'll also spin up another server to take care of for another 2,000 or so people.
What about the name reservation debacle? I think, was it like anyone that names across... Basically, the names aren't server-based. The names are world-based.
I'm not entirely sure on that.
That's what I last heard, is that so if literally anyone else in the world has your name, you can't get it. Yeah, 2,000 people online in a queue of 20,000. Yeah. Oof.
And there's also a problem, people too, because there's this AFK run. Like, you see a whole bunch of people in the cities just sitting in the corners just running because there's have something holding down the W key.
Oh yeah, just so that they weren't logged out.
Yeah. So Amazon's like, okay, we're going up against that. If you see that, report those people. And they're actually trying to actively keep that from happening. But it's a problem that they themselves created instead of going an interesting route with the servers. And hell, they got AWS. They can instantly spin up hundreds of servers to take care of server load.
That was my thought too. Is right. Like you've heard of horrible launches for MMOs in the past, but those companies didn't have entire branches of their parent company owning
the internet.
Yeah, owning server infrastructure. Yeah, owning and renting server infrastructure out. Like, So it's I don't know. In my thought, it's like, I'm kind of surprised because I figured they would just put as many resources into it as possible because A, they're Amazon, so they have resources out the wazoo. B, right, their server infrastructure is already top notch. Mm-hmm. So you figure they would just move resources to have it, and see, it's their first major launch from a new studio. So they want to make a good first impression.
Well, technically, this is their second game that they've launched. There was one. It's like a battle, not really a battle royale, but they botched that one up because.
So they botched that one up so bad I don't even remember it.
Yeah, well, what happened was they said, oh, well, let's go ahead and release it as beta. Mm-hmm. Get a bunch of streamers, like Shroud, and everybody came in and played it. It was an okay game. Yeah, there's some problems. But then they said, okay, we'll take it back. I think it's like maybe a month later. Oh, hey, we're releasing it. And we're like, have you changed anything? Nope. I think it lasted.
Right, we're just trying to recoup our losses.
Yeah, it lasted about another month and said, okay, we're taking off of active release and going back into beta. And about 6 months later, and it's like, yeah, this game is closed.
Oh no! Voice of Lights behind us seems to have tried to follow us and is sort of stuck in Agartha, or stuck floating. Can I push you out of the way?
That seems rude.
/stuck.
Oh, they're no longer there.
It disappeared. But yeah, so far for a game launch.
Also, as a game, but I also think like their price point when they released was good. Like they made it what, $40?
Mm-hmm.
That is not bad.
Yeah, and they got the collector's edition of things like $50 or $60.
Of course,
and you
of course.
get cosmetic items with that. The one problem thing is,
Oh no.
yeah, it was the pay to win that they were experimenting with, or I should put it in air quotes, is that a lot of things that they were experimenting with in the item shop is that, oh, it can be deemed as pay to win as an item. Like here in Secret World, we had the woodsman cutter item.
the woodsman's axe, yeah.
Yeah, something similar to that.
Or woodcutter's axe, yeah.
Yeah, they I think that was in the it was leaked out from the alpha forums, and a lot of people were pissed off about that. They kind of walked that back and says, "Oh, we're not going to be doing anything like that yet."
Yet.
They had that little. It wasn't yet. It was worded legalese wise.
I was never angry about the woodcutter's axe, but that's because I had the woodcutter's axe. So I wasn't.
Yeah, I did. I have it too. I don't use it.
I was never really angry about that because I was like, what? It's cross promotion for their own products.
Right.
Like, listen, all games. One can argue that all games to a certain extent are pay to win, at least to some level.
Yeah.
Whether that level is even for games that have like full subscriptions and nothing else, like no cash op. Say a game had no cash op but just subscriptions, that technically you could say that people who multi-box and therefore pay for multiple accounts and run those accounts simultaneously, like technically they're paying more, and then they'll be able to collect stuff at 2 to 3 times the rate that you are.
Yeah.
Like, because they're literally playing multiple accounts at the same time. Like, there is a technicality where any game can actually be considered pay to win. It just depends upon what level and how egregious that pay to win actually is.
And I think what WoW is actually stopped people from doing dual boxing now.
Which I don't know why they would.
Yeah, I don't know reason behind that, or if it was a big problem because of cheating or something, or I don't know.
But that's the thing, like, is that cheating necessarily? Is it cheating just because you're paying for 2 accounts and then running those 2 accounts?
They're supposedly cracking down on the multi-box botters.
Whereas a game like Lord of the Rings Online, which is another game that I play, like, people multi-box in that all the time, but they multi-box almost for entertainment purposes, because what they'll do is they'll create multiple characters, dress them all the same, and then have them play concert music together.
Yeah.
And so it's like they get all this stuff together, and they basically make their own little bands, and then they sit there in like in the main town, and they just play music.
Okay.
Yeah, multi-boxing for gold farming. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But that's just stopping the gold farming. That's not necessarily the multi-boxing is necessarily a bad thing. But one can argue that it is pay to win.
Yeah.
Because technically they're paying more money and they're getting an advantage over somebody else who doesn't.
Well, the same thing can be said for like the the cheaters, or the problem in Conan Exiles that had been for a long time. The Chinese cheaters that come in and then build their bases that kind of make it where it's impossible to actually break anything down. They're actually building within the mountain itself.
Okay.
And of course, when they come in, they are destroying other people's stuff like real quick. Like it was when Conan Exiles first released the first time.
Mm.
That was a huge.
Yeah,
problem.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff they changed in Conan Exiles. That's like one of the reasons you can't build near the ancient structures anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
because they
anywhere
use
near
that.
them is because that shit was unbreakable and people just build their bases
Oh,
inside
okay.
of it essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Things like that.
We're kind of the whole point of Conan Exiles is that your base can be attacked and be broken.
Mm-hmm.
That your base is not necessarily impregnable.
Yeah, so having like an impenetrable base because it's made it's an in-game indestructible object. It's like not. So I think there's places where you could essentially have like all four, like 4 of 5 walls are indestructible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Thallium, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you, Thallium.
Yeah, so there's going to be groups of any game that are trying to get around. I mean, look, Jimmy Rabbit here is trying to break the game with the Krampus rockets.
Okay, what do you mean try? First of
He
all,
did.
I did.
Multiple times.
Yeah, what do you
And then
mean
they
try?
had
There is no try. Only
Then they
do.
stopped that because of him.
Right, or the
It's only their
running up of the speed running up ladders.
Yeah, that actually wasn't because of anything that I or anyone else did.
No,
That
they
was
said that was an issue.
it was
That was-
database degradation.
Yeah, that was affecting something else entirely. Versus I once got stuck on a Garth's ceiling with the rockets. Yeah, generally when you go up there, you hang up there for quite a while. Speaking of which, that's an anniversary that just passed, by the way. Wanted to point this out. That the... Where is it? The tank, healer, dungeon, and raid rebalance happened September 29th, 2020.
Holy crap.
So we have now passed the 1-year anniversary of the rebalance patch.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Celebrate.
So we've now had the rebalance for a full year. We've had that rebalance.
It's still amazing.
I need to help Thallium. Thallium. Like this.
Shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah.
Except I fell. Don't fall.
Yeah, you do that too.
I mean, you might fall. That happens.
Don't be embarrassed. Everyone does it.
Never happened. You can't prove it.
I got video.
Of course, now I can't get back up. Dang it. I'm like, this is how you do it.
There's a small little sliver that you can shimmy up.
There we go. Then you jump.
And I was going to say, then you fall.
Then you jump onto the... Why do I always forget the names of these guys?
Guardians? Custodians.
Custodians. Yeah, I always want to keep calling them Guardians, but I know that's not right.
Yeah.
Because that's the Cleveland Indians' new baseball team name. You could also get up jumping very accurately. See, that's not going to happen for me. Jumping accurately is not in my definition. The Guardians were the big golems. Right, the Guardians of Gaia. Yes, they were the Guardians. Can't jump on top of them. Unable to dodge. Do I have double tap to dodge on? How did that... That can't be right.
I am king of the tree people.
So, yeah. We had one more piece of news, which was just that I noticed this on Twitter. I retweeted it on our account, that the Haunted Eldwick Ghost Tour is going to be happening again this year. It said, join DJ Drina on a spine-tingling journey through Eldwick and learn its deepest secrets. Saturday, October 24th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. Grand Meridian.
Oh.
And then again, Sunday, October 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. GMT. I don't think I was able to attend it last year, but I have loved the Haunted Eldwick Ghost Tour in the past.
Yay, now we're getting the hotspots coming in.
The what?
Are we?
The Hoss, Hoss bots.
Hassan. Are we really? I don't see them popping
Yeah,
up.
I got 3 so far. Great.
Say, well, if you can beat the number that I had the other night. The guy ended up with 55.
Holy crap.
So I'm gonna have to download was it Commander Root? Or was it
Seribot is one that I've heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 55 follows. Or at least 55 bot follows.
Wow. I've gotten like 4 or 5 or something here or there. And like not even in a row. How the hell's... Jesus.
Well, when you're a popular streamer just like Ocho,
Okay. Fair.
hey, he's got a great community over there at the was it Ultima and Lotro.
I'm sure he
Lotro
does.
and Ultima communities are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine they're at least consistent.
Secret World community is also pretty good.
Yeah, actually, my lowest views are when I'm not doing Secret World.
Yeah.
Like when I do other shit. just
I
for
like
fun.
games with good communities. What could I say?
Yeah.
No, but I wasn't getting like, I didn't have like exceptional numbers or anything like that.
Oh, please. I saw your multi-thousand. Don't be modest.
But I was able to at least turn off. I found a setting in Streamlabs, which is what I use for my notifications, and you could basically, there's a general setting, and you can just say any. There's like a blacklist of terms, and you could just put as anything that was, HOSS star, essentially, and just have it not come up on your notifications. So I kept seeing it in my chat. It was just like constant, but the notifications weren't actually coming through. So it wasn't actually really affecting anything, except for just seeing them in chat. And I haven't seen them in chat, though.
No, I see it on the that Twitch dashboard.
Yeah, so it's like they're not even showing up as a notification in chat, but they're still showing up in the dashboard. That must be something that Twitch has.
Yeah, because when I looked over, I saw there's Fertile Hoss that was like 53 minutes ago. I'm like, oh. And as I went over to it, then all of a sudden 2 more came in right then. So far, it's just a 3, so...
Varma says, and there's always a ghost chicken story. Oh yes, during the Haunted Eldwick tour. No, it's just fun. It's just fun. The Haunted Eldwick tour. It's like going on. It's basically a ghost tour.
And that's what it is.
And who doesn't like a good ghost tour?
Especially through London.
I've been on a couple of epic ghost tours. All right, Bomber. Have a good night. Take it easy.
Bomber.
Get some sleep. Catch you later, Vommer. But yeah.
Yeah, the Eldwick Ghost Tours has been...
Like I've done ghost
8
tours
years?
in like Alexandria, Virginia. Philadelphia, Boston, Salem, Massachusetts. We did a ghost tour. We went and did a ghost tour in Key West. That was fun. I don't think they have too many ghost tours. Like, maybe there was one in Las Vegas and I just didn't see it. If it was in Las Vegas and be like, we're doing a Las Vegas ghost tour, I'd be like, I'd check that out.
I think you would get like distracted if all the card flickers out there.
I'm like, see, it wouldn't be as interesting as ghost stories from the East Coast that has more older stuff, mind you.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, especially Key West. Key West was probably the best ghost tour that I've ever been on. That one was fantastic. And because it's usually like they start telling you stories about just the creepy things that have happened in whatever building they walk to. Like, oh, we're going to go walk to this building. And one was like, I remember that one specifically because one of the buildings was like, he's like, all right, everyone crowd under this like overhang. We crowded under the overhang, and he's like, this is a boarded up building behind me. I was like, no, as you see, this is a boarded up building that used to be a movie theater because the overhang was essentially a movie theater. And it's like, this is right off of one of the most popular streets in Key West, but this is a fully boarded up building. It's like, and there's a history as to why this building is boarded up and condemned. And it has to do with a fire that took place there where, said like the owner of the building said it used to actually be a church, not a movie theater, and it was this guy who was very jealous of his wife. He thought his wife was cheating on him, so one day he just decided that that he was going to get them, and he followed his wife to the church and figured that's where she was cheating on him. So he basically closed the doors and barricaded the entrance and exits, and then lit the place on fire and burned it down. But she wasn't cheating on him. She was teaching Sunday school. And that's what she was hiding from him. And so it was like he killed her and like this entire group of children along with it. And like they're like, to this day, if it was a movie theater, but the patrons of the movie theater kept being distracted by like the children's noises coming through the walls, that they were like, we were watching this movie, but we keep hearing like all these children playing on the other side, like it's some sort of playground or something. And so the movie theater didn't last, and so it ended up just being stopped and condemned. And this, like, that's what ghost tours are. They just tell you, like, maybe they're true, maybe they're not, stories about about wherever you're visiting. Like, they could be real, they could be not, but they're going to be creepy.
I would go with not. I love supernatural stuff, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, right? Like, but, like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, most of them would be made up.
I maintain that if that shit were real, then the entire plan would look like when they try and see how many people can fit in a phone booth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do you know how many people have died, like, at peace versus the opposite?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The ratio is...
The rate, like, the number of, like, fucking ghosts would literally look like the entire earth is just piled high with just limbs stuffed together. You know?
Yep.
There's like billions and billions of people. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, that was also right. One of the points that they made during that ghost tour is he was like, well, it's called Key West, but the translation is Cayo Hueso, which is Island of Bones, because when it was first settled, or when people first came there, they basically encountered just corpses everywhere on the island itself, and it was because it was the site of a massacre. So that is actual history. That is a real thing. That it was one native tribe basically stalking another native tribe all the way down the Florida Keys until they couldn't go any further, and then massacring them all. So the island itself was actually named after a massacre. So they're like, so if you're looking for, if you think it's something more supernatural is going to happen in a graveyard, well, really, the entire island is basically one giant graveyard. But it was still one of the more entertaining ones.
And that's the key, is like if you get someone that has a good storytelling.
Right. Yeah, that's the key. It has to be entertaining. Even if it's one of those you suspend disbelief for a while and you just have fun.
Yeah, they can say, oh, the Florbergarster exploded here, killing 6 younglings. And then...
Yeah. But if you tell it right, it's a good story. So, but all the stories told during the Eldwick Ghost Tour, all of those are true.
Exactly. Those
are
true.
not lies. Those absolutely happened.
And you can only find them here on the Secret World.
In Secret World.
Nowhere else.
Yeah, I love the broadcast stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, yeah. I love that
yeah,
stuff,
that's
too.
good stuff.
It's so good. That old-timey... I mean,
that's where something will never go out of style.
Yeah, those are
actual
radio plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are actual radio plays. They're so fucking good. It's so, like, someone decided to put out versions without the commercials, and I was like, blasphemy!
Yeah, why? No.
Why would you do that? That's so the best part of that.
The commercials are great.
Brought to you by a Lucky Strike.
I think I saw someone post. They were like, they're like, if I'm going to be streaming a show that came out in the 1990s, then I want to have the commercial breaks from commercials from the 1990s. I want those too. Like if this show came out at that time, I want commercials from that time. Double tapping to active dodge? How is that turned on?
Yeah, I don't know, man. What are you doing?
I didn't turn that on.
It was the ghost.
It was
the ghost.
The ghost of Secret World. Ooh.
It was the ghost of the original train conductor.
The ghost of Windows updates. Ooh.
That's more terrifying.
Yeah. It's like so terrifying I had to take off my headphones.
Changing your audio settings. Ooh.
Changing the audio.
Say 15 minutes and we will be in October.
Oh, shit.
One of the greatest months of the year. I do love how Halloween has sort of exploded over the past decade or so. And I mean, MMOs is certainly one thing. Like, it is, like, this is a time period when, right, weather starts getting colder, people start going back inside, and online games tend to really flourish. Is from the October to December. So that's why, you have all of the bigger events of the years for most games will end up being the Halloween and Christmas events. But also why gigantic game releases around this time as well. That's why you have New World launching, basically right before October starts.
Well, I think they could also probably push it off, but, they wanted to get it out on in the 2021.
So right before the end of the third quarter.
And just right before the holiday season.
Mm-hmm. So it's a good time to release stuff. Basically, it's a good time for just MMOs and PC gaming in general. That's when it goes up. But
Updates
Halloween and Secret
and
World,
all that stuff. Especially, I don't think I've seen any other game that does a Halloween event like Secret World does, like in game and then a community driven as well.
Say they would usually do, like, I've seen lots of other games play more to the trick or treating aspect,
Yeah.
or to. But they usually tend to shy away from the horror aspect. But Secret World has never shied away from horror, so
Yeah.
why not?
Why not?
And the fact that the community drives a lot of other, not Funcom produced events, but more community produced events around the lore and stuff like that. Because a lot of games, like you said, more trick or treat. You go here, collect, get your shiny bauble, and then see you next year, or see you on Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, see you for our bigger Christmas event. But even the Christmas event here in Secret World is more spooky than most.
Yeah.
But that's the way it should be.
Yeah, we get nipple ham.
Nipple
It's-
high.
There's a reason why in what's the Christmas Carol? It's the most wonderful time of the year, where they talk about and scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Like, scary ghost stories were more of a thing. They were more of a thing around Christmas time.
Yeah, because at the time you couldn't go anywhere because you're trapped inside your house. It's snowing.
And it's the winter solstice, so it's a time when light is at the bare minimum.
And hope that you have enough food to last you those few months.
So technically it's a time of darkness and spirits, and so I also not a Christmas Story. That's entirely different. What's the one with Ebenezer Scrooge?
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. Yeah, like that's all about three spirits coming to him, three ghosts. Yeah, sees a ghost from his past and basically haunting and guilting him into actually celebrating Christmas. It's it used to be more of a thing with bringing out a spooky side around the winter solstice. So that's why I'm always glad to see it, instead of just being a trick-or-treating and candy and this and that. Bring back the spookiness.
Yeah, there's a lot of it took place in the Northeast because it's a lot cooler and you have better atmosphere because you had like Salem, you get old places around the Northeast and the colonial areas, so to speak. Down here in the Southeast, Southeast, you go out in a costume and you're sweating and it's not fun.
It's true.
That's like dark and it's still humid but yeah, you had all like the Halloween parties, everyone gets together, and back, what was it, like 10, 20 years ago, it's more of more of a big thing to go to these Halloween parties, but nowadays it's this, hey.
I mean, when I was in college, it was pretty big. Halloween in college felt like it was the holiday of the year. Because it wasn't a holiday that's generally like one that's based around family. Because, Thanksgiving, it'd be more with your family. Christmas, you'd be more with your family. But Halloween, that's one where you're with your friends and whatnot. So it would be like our Halloween parties were legendary in college.
And was the day before? What was it called? All Hallows Eve or something?
Yeah, All Hallows Eve.
We go out TP the neighborhood and set bonfires and.
I say we call that Mischief Night, but that I found out is actually a super regional thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
calling it Mischief Night. That's like literally not even my entire state calls it Mischief Night. Like it's literally just the southern half of New Jersey, and that's like what did my wife call it? It was a really weird name, like oh, it's Toonsy Night or something like that. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Toonsy Night?
Sounds like... I was like, no, it's just Mischief Night. It's where you go and do mischief. You knock over people's decorations. You TP their trees. 2020, that was a thing. People were like, don't you dare TP because we will take that TP, wrap it up, and use it again.
Or it'd be like, yes,
like,
TP the tree so I get free TP.
Yeah.
Do it. I dare you.
Please TP us. Because that shows you actually had some. Back during the TP shortage of 2020. Good lord.
That and paper towels, any kind of paper product.
So we had the Secret World tabletop RPG in the works, which looks phenomenal. Especially, I don't even know really how it looks. Just in my mind, it's just phenomenal. That's really, really all I'm going off of. And they have Scrivenomancer on board. Star Anvil Studios has a couple of products. If you go to, it shows on Drive-Thru RPG. They have their own sort of books and their own products that they sell there. So, not saying they're the biggest company in the world, or not saying they're the biggest producers in the world, but being able to get the rights from Funcom to do anything with Secret World, well, good for them.
And I've noticed with Funcom is actually pretty lenient on third parties creating content or stuff from their IP. We got Blood Red with her books.
Right, Blood Mallory and her books. Yeah.
Now we got a tabletop game.
They're like, can we sell this on Amazon? She's like, sure. And this group's like, hey, can we just make a tabletop role-playing game based on Secret World? They're like, yeah, why not? Yeah, they're not hardcore about protecting the IP from all comers.
Now, I'm wondering, is it just because of Secret World? If I want to say, okay, how about someone makes a Conan book? They own the IPs now.
Mm-hmm. They now own them outright.
Yeah, is it going to be the same process? I know because Dune is out of the question. That's separate.
But I also think to some extent that most of those already exist. Like, I'm sure there's a Conan
there's a
tabletop
comics
out
and
there.
all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's already official Conan tabletop. There's already official Mutant Year Zero tabletop. There's already official Kane tabletop. There's already all those IPs basically started as tabletop themselves.
So I'm wondering if they're trying to, start a market. Say, hey, we'll let you go ahead and get this done so you can get, expanded lore out there and then the games and stuff like that. Because I know Funcom doesn't want to get in the middle of that, probably. Of creating more tabletop games and do all the distribution on that.
Or just means that they just never really had the idea to do that themselves anyway.
Yeah, they're more focused on creating games, MMOs.
Mm-hmm. Like they just they're just more into the actual game production itself, not necessarily on all the ephemeral stuff that goes along with it, books, right? Tabletop games, all that. So if someone comes along and says, "Hey, can we do this?" and they're like, "Yeah, sure." If you get really big, we may readjust our contract, but
Yeah.
I think it's what they did with Bloodwood. They basically were like, "Sure, like go ahead, yeah, sell it on Amazon." If you get really big, we'll retalk.
Yeah, probably if you're probably looking at maybe like 100,000 or 1,000,000 copies sold.
Yeah, they're like, we'll renegotiate, but if it's just whatever, we won't mind. Which is really cool of them.
Yeah, because I don't think I have heard of any other publisher doing something like this.
Just being as generous, with the usage.
Yeah, like ArenaNet. I mean, you think someone's going to say, "Hey, I would love to make a Guild Wars 2 book, right?" And then, what do you think? Can I sell this? And they'd be like, "No."
I mean, there are a couple of Guild Wars 2 novels out there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware.
But I mean, but those are also subcontracted to bigger writers, like I want to say
More established.
Yeah, more established fiction writers. And if it was probably like another company that came to Funcom and was like, "We want to do this thing with Secret World," they might be more hard pressed to be like, "Well, we're gonna enable bigger terms and stipulations and take it more as a business transaction, more so than just." Yeah, this group, this much smaller group that just says, "Hey, we want to do a Kickstarter for a tabletop." Like, yeah, why not? It's not going to hurt anything.
No. And they'll sell a couple hundred copies probably, and
say that's why I would be happy to give it as much promotion as possible.
you gotta keep an eye on whenever they post up their Kickstarter page.
Oh yeah, So we want to be right there because I would gladly play that on stream, or do a tabletop stream of Secret World. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even when would be our next episode? October. Let's see. Well, it's now October 1st. Congratulations. We've made it into
we
October.
made it.
Yay! Happy
So the
October.
next one would be October 14th. When have the October events started in the past? Let's see. Samhain 2020 started October 13th. Samhain 2019 started
soon.
October 10th. So if the pattern holds, October 14th should be the very beginning, or around the beginning of the Halloween event here in Secret World of Samhain or Samhain. People get mad at me when I say Samhain. Samhain 2021.
Sammy Hain.
Sammy Hain. But I had the thought of us playing hide and shriek.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Us basically getting a community together and playing hide and shriek. And let's see. Well, that would be the beginning of Samhain. And then the next show after that would be the 29th. Or no, the 28th. Right before Halloween. 3 days before Halloween. What if we schedule it? What if here's my thought. What if Samhain starts by the next show, then the 28th we'll do a hide and shriek.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And we'll invite as many people, because hide and shriek is a free-to-play game. Free-to-play, multiplayer, one-on-one, scaring the other person. We'll schedule that for maybe the 28th. 28th of October, we'll do a hide and shriek with the community. We'll all log in, and who knows who else will be playing at that time. But we can form our own groups for hide and shriek as well, I think, right? You could play with pretty much anyone who wants to. So I think that would be fun. So expect next show that we have to be a show all about the Halloween events going on in Secret World. And then the 28th, we'll be doing a hide and shriek show. And I think that will be awesome. And eventually, when they get this Kickstarter up and going for the tabletop role-playing game, you might even see us doing that too.
I posted in chat the link to the Steam page for Hide and Shriek.
Nice.
Last I checked, still free.
Yep. The mask is, I think, $5. The DLC.
If you won masks that are 2016 themed,
because there's a Hillary. Was it a Hillary?
Hillary mask and
Hillary
a
and
Trump mask. Yeah.
That'd be pretty scary.
And maybe we can
Scary.
get Andy, and maybe I'll see if Tilty wants to join us.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
So they can wreck
Except
face with all of us.
We would just fucking lose horribly. Aside from that, it's fine.
Who was
Just
the other one?
show
Was
us
it,
getting wrecked on stream.
was it Tron or another person that used to work at Funcom was very good at
I
hide
just
and
remember
shriek.
Andy and Tilty.
Andy and Tilty,
Oh,
or
Andy
at least
and
the
Tilty.
two that we knew.
Okay.
Yeah. Play that shit like it's goddamn Call of Duty or something. Fucking ridiculous.
Corner peekers.
But maybe Spinosaur. I mean, she was just starting around that time period when Hide and Shriek came out.
She was in the. I think her reveal was in the trailer, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
The first time we saw Nicole, was during the trailer for Hide and Shriek. It's like, we need actors for this trailer. Hey, we're just gonna use our own community managers. How about that? Sure. Hopefully they got something for it. Something a little
More.
extra.
Some baked goods.
But it is a Halloween themed 1 versus 1 multiplayer match where you are invisible and your opponent is invisible, and you lay traps and you do whatever you can to scare your opponent by figuring out where they are. And right, if you end up playing Tilty or Andy, just lose graciously. Really, try your best, but you're gonna get your butt handed to you, and that's okay.
I don't know. There's probably been a couple years since the last time they played.
They may be a little rusty.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe yes. I'll reach out to Tilty. I'll see. I'll be like, hey, I know you don't work for Funcom anymore. Pretty sure he's still at Ubisoft.
Yeah.
probably like, hey, for old time's sake, want to come join us? See what he says. Want to come own us for a while? Because even Rusty, he'd probably beat the crap out of us. That's my guess, anyway. So anything else? Or are we good?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that was all the news for.
That was, yeah. We didn't have much. That was all the news. All right, so agents, this has been the 0 Point Report, strain 49-TTRPG. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here in the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
JimTheRabbit.com, Twitch.tv/JimTheRabbit, YouTube.com/JimTheRabbit, and at JimTheRabbit on Twitter.
2-Ton Waffle, where can we find you?
Same place. JimmyTheRabbit.com. No, I'm at twotonwaffle.com. You can find me over at trovo.live, 2-Ton Waffle.
Okay.
And also my YouTube. It is, I don't have a fancy URL for YouTube. It's basically 2tonwaffle.me/YouTube.
Okay. You have a good night too, Samagarian? Samagarian Tizanderus. That's a name.
Very
That's
nice.
that's a mouthful.
That seemed like a good.
Tizanderus?
Nice. That's,
Samagarian Tizanderus. That's a name for you.
I wouldn't have been able to do that. I just called it, hey, Sam.
And I'm Ocho, and you can find me both on Twitter and here on Twitch at Big Mikey Ocho, and also at jimmytherabbit.edu.
Wait, what?
I will grab up the .org and .edu and .me.
.io, .gg,
.io.
What was I trying to get? I was trying to get that Russian address. I couldn't get it.
.ru.
Yeah, what was it?
Yeah. That's right.
I was trying to get that the other stream.
The last episode. Yeah, you needed a passport.
So from all of us, you can get in touch with us by engaging with the show on Twitter at 0 Point Report, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. So from all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the Secret World. Welcome to October, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.